I'm with Paul Crane from the Houghton Gallery. Paul, you're going to talk to us about a piece of porcelain from the Sevres manufacturing factory.
Yes, that's right. I think that this piece here, which commemorates the great Renaissance king, Francois Premier, who was the opposite number of King Henry VIII and ruled in the early part of the 1500s. This commemorates a lost piece of sculpture that once adorned the Pont Neuf in Paris. The symbol of French absolute monarchy, the Pont Neuf, consisted of a number of statues commemorating the Valois and the Bourbon monarchy that went all the way across the bridge. Yeah. And in the beginning of the French Revolution, 1789, and going through into the Terror in 1790, 1792, the Pont Neuf, the symbol of French absolute monarchy, was sacked and destroyed. You can imagine these symbols, these objects of monarchy were simply destroyed. This object here, however, the one of Francois Premier, was secretly saved and taken to the French porcelain manufactory, which continued under the Jacobins because the revolutionaries needed porcelain to give as diplomatic gifts, just as their predecessors, the French monarchs, had done. So the statue was secretly saved by a royalist, and then after the restoration of the monarchy, after the defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo, when Louis XVIII came back to the throne, these symbols of monarchy came out and into their own and were modelled again to symbolise France's long history of kingship. So here we have Francois Premier, under the overall directorship of Alexandre Brongniart of the Sevres manufactory, who was generally regarded as the most colourful and most important director of the Sevres Royal Manufactory. He was able to get his chief modeller, Jean-Nicolas Brachard Aîné, to model the French king. So we have the best modeller in the neoclassical taste under the overall directorship of the greatest flowering of all directors at Sevres, and here is the outcome. Francois Premier, the Renaissance king, one of the most powerful people in the world at this time, on his Arab stallion. His court painter was Leonardo da Vinci, and traditionally he is wearing armour that was designed for him by da Vinci, and you can see the wonderful lion mask here, which links to the very famous paintings and drawings of the Battle of the Anghiari, which I believe are owned in the Vatican Museum. So we have a link there to da Vinci's work. But this was modelled by Brachard Aîné. It was put together by a man called Nicolas Mascaret in 1842, and there were only 3 of these models that survive. One at the Palace of Versailles, ordered by the French kings, the second one here, this example, and the third in the Capodimonte Museum in Naples. A highly rare object and a wonderful symbol of French autocratic power.
Sold!